In live stream. Okay.
Good morning, Facebook.
Good morning, Facebook. I see it now. Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, Zoom. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. My name is Kyira Harris. It is day 6:45. I'm excited to be here, and I'm excited that you have joined me. Good morning. Good morning. Facebook, I can't see you, but I can feel you. So as long as you are there, I am excited. I feel your energy, and I am hoping that you feel mine. Please ask questions, participate. I know you're in Facebook, so you're not obviously in Zoom, but definitely bring pen and paper. This session is definitely for business owners and aspiring business owners, and those who just want education on business. So for all three, which means everyone, bring pen and paper, and this is going to be all about getting you to the next step. And for those who just want the education piece and are not looking to start a business, it's just for you to have more knowledge. So then when you are speaking to a business owner, you can actually share some information with them. I see some folks coming into Zoom, so that's exciting. Okay, good morning again. Day 6:45. Want to really be a boss? Healthy tips and tricks to get you there, part 2. Good morning, I'm Abimbola. Good morning, good morning.
Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings. Good morning, Rachel. Good morning. Oh, Adam's coming. Good morning, Rachel. I am excited that y'all are here. Please bring pen and paper. Good morning, Adam.
Good morning, Kyra. How you doing this morning?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm happy to see your face. I'm happy to be here again in the facilitator's chair. I've been in the audience for some time. I think the last time I was here was March. So I'm happy to be back in August on this beautiful, hot summer day. For those who are just arriving, please bring pen and paper. So you can write down, I want you to actually write down some answers to questions that I'm going to be posing, as well as just information. I have not put everything on the slides because I want people to be able to write things down. If you haven't written the things down, which is okay, I'm going to ask that you go back to the replay if you do want to answer some questions and have things jog your memory. Good morning, Leonie. Good morning, Gina. Good morning, Upper Gina.
Good morning.
I'm excited that you're here.
I'm excited too.
I'm surprised that you're here. That's what I wanted to say.
Well, I'm going to have to dip out soon, but I'm here.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm happy that you're here for as long as you can be here.
Yeah.
Good morning, Naomi. Good morning, all. I'm excited that y'all are here. My name is Kyira Harris. I'm here.
Blessing, Kyra. How you doing there?
I'm great, Mama Teresa. Good morning.
Oh, good. Thank you. Peace and blessing. Wake up, family. Love y'all.
Good morning, Micah. Oh, I'm seeing faces. I'm seeing faces and names that I know personally and that I know through Woo. And then I'm seeing new names. So I'm excited. This is definitely going to be a conversation, and I'm excited that you are all here to join me. So definitely this is participatory. I want to know what you know. I'm going to share what I know, and definitely come with pen and paper. Come with pen and paper, come with your knowledge, come with an open mind. Good morning, Sumatra. I'm excited that you're here. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Facebook. I didn't forget about you. Good morning, Facebook. Good morning. Day 6:45, bring pen and paper. Please be sure to join me and just come ready.
Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. We're healing, we're dealing, we're growing. Together, together, releasing, we're teaching, we're moving. Together, together, we're learning, discerning, we're striving. Together, together, we're leading, connecting, transforming. Together, together.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone in Zoom. Good morning, Facebook. My name is Kyira Harris. I'm excited that you are all here to join me. Today is Dick's Day 6:45, and the name of the presentation is "Want to Really Be a Boss? Healthy Tips and Tricks to Getting You There." And this is actually part two. Part one took place, I want to say it was in March. Good morning, Omena. I'm excited that you are here. And Afriye and Deborah. So good morning, good morning, good morning. This presentation is it's actually for everyone, but I'm going to say that it's more specific to those who run a business or to those aspiring to get into business. And for those, when I say everyone, it's actually for those who just want to know more knowledge about business. This is definitely the day and age where you want to have something of your own. You know what, let me just introduce myself first. So again, my name is Kyira Harris. If you can bring pen and paper, that would be fantastic. I'm gonna let you know who I am. My name is Kyira Harris. I have a company called Keys to Abundant Life, Inc. It's a health and wellness company in which we provide healthy culinary classes, a number of other activities or services, I should say. So we also provide enrichment activities. We provide academic, sports, professional development. We're in schools, we're in the corporate setting, as well as just the community setting. We provide after school programming. We run after school programs, Saturday program. We've done summer camps. We've done, the interim recess camps. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this, one, I spoke to somebody who was like, what would you want to hear me talk about? And the person was like, why don't you talk about business? I'm thinking, really? But I guess it makes sense since I've been in business for 17 years. You know what, Kenyoku, can you do me a favor? Can you just put up the first slide? So it worked out. Okay, so stop. It worked out. So a friend of mine said, you know what, I want you to talk about business. And I was like, okay, I definitely can. And then it turned out that August is National Black Business Month in the US. So it actually came at the perfect time. I think a lot of people, when it comes to summertime, some people think, oh, it's downtime, it's time to be outside and just relax. But I always look at it as it's downtime. So hopefully things are a little lighter. And if you have a business, this is the time to really delve into your business and really put more focus onto it, because most people, it's not so much pressure on you when it comes to summertime. And so you're allowed to focus on the things that you want to do, the things that are going to get you to the next level. Again, August is National Black Business Month. So happy National Black Business Month, all. Not sure if you know about a little history about Black businesses. the golden age for Black businesses was from 1900 to 1930. It was a time that when there was a growth of Black businesses that actually doubled. And today, those numbers have risen to about 3.2 million or 3.12 million, which sounds like a whole lot of businesses, but white-owned businesses, and so our 3.12 million actually equals to about 206 billion in revenue. And those figures actually turn out to be about 2.4% of national businesses, which clearly 2.4%, and we make up 12.8% of the population. It is a tiny number, like a minuscule number, because the white-owned businesses equals to about 86.5% of businesses. So I really want to come on here because I want to, of course, I always want to promote my business, but I also want to just encourage and inspire others that if you're thinking about getting into business, do it. There's space for everyone. And there's an abundance. I mean, my company is Keys to Abundant Life, but there's an abundance of space, an abundance of money. There's an abundance of energy for all to have the businesses that they want. So if you're thinking about it, definitely consider jumping into it. And I'm jumping around, but I want you to think about this. And I didn't put it up. I actually spoke to Gina, Epic Gina last night. And I was saying, I don't know if everybody's seen this, an IG post. And the IG post says something, and I'm paraphrasing, and it's different people just doing different things. They're like showing like things that they do business-wise. And it says something about people, I'm okay with people watching me grow. I'm okay with people watching me make mistakes. I'm okay with, all these things. And it's all about who cares if you make the mistake? Who cares if you fail? The only way that you actually, I should say fail, and when I say fail, it's the things are not working right for you, which means that you failed at whatever it is you're doing, but then you just get back up. So it's not about, don't worry about what other people are saying. Don't listen to the chatter and the noise. Just stay focused on what your goal is and what your dream is. So if you're looking again to start a business, please do so. And this is the best month to start. So I want to pose a poll question. And when this question is posed, I really want it posed because I want to find out how many people in the Zoom space actually have a business, as well as I want to know just basically who I'm speaking with. Again, this is a conversation. This is not a one-way conversation. It's not a presentation. It's really a conversation. So I want everybody to be included. I want you to share what you're thinking. I want you to answer questions. Do I have to? I'm not going to answer it, or do I? Let me just answer it. I've never done a poll question, so there's certain things that are new for me. So I'm pretty excited about this. And then we're going to do a breakout room later, or breakout session, which I'm actually excited about too, because I've never done it. So thank God for my admins who are, they're the leaders in this space, and they're providing support. So thank God for them, because they make me look good, and they help me out considerably. So again, I want you also, let me just also say this presentation of this conversation, for some, and I said this last night, I don't know how many of you checked the Facebook, but this conversation is going to be a reality. For some, it's going to be a harsh reality. For others, it's going to be confirmation, like, yep, I'm doing the right thing. Others, it's going to be, and I think for all, I know for all, it's going to be about education. And it's going to be like, oh, this is my next step. And for those who consider it a harsh reality for you, just know that when I'm talking, I can be a hard ass. And the reason I am a hard ass is because I believe in you. Honestly, I believe that if you are here and you have a goal, or you have a desire or a dream, that you can do it. And so for me, it's almost like tough love, giving you love, but I actually want you to do what it is that you want to do, as opposed to holding yourself back. I've been in business for 17 years. I still hold myself back. So sometimes I have to kick myself in the butt, or I need to speak to someone else. Okay. 5 more people left. Okay. I don't know what that's about.
Oh, that means 5 more people to poll. I'm encouraging the WOO community to fill out the poll. There's 5 more people remaining. So
Okay.
you know who you are if you didn't press the button.
Okay. Everybody press the button. I was thinking, oh, y'all left me. I was like, y'all don't want to get in business. What's going on? So you know what, if there's, and you know, why don't you just post exactly what, I'm going to pose that question again. So it would just be good just to see what the numbers are now. So
Okay, well,
yeah.
I can keep it open for another a minute, like 30
Okay.
seconds to a minute while I read the results. We're at 66% participants, so we're getting there.
Okay.
58% says yes, and 42% say no.
Okay. All right, this is perfect. Okay, so what I'm gonna ask is, and this is, again, this is definitely a conversation, but I just wanna make sure that I get, that I say what I need to say, and then I want you to, of course, give me feedback and ask your questions, whatever it is that you want to do. If you can post the next screen or the next slide. It's National Black Business Month. So this is why I wanted to pose the question. I want to give a poll because what I felt, hey Teresa, what I felt makes you an official business are these 3 questions, if you can answer them affirmatively. So this is where your pen and paper come into play. Is your business formally registered as a business? Not just your business name, but your actual business. Like it's registered with the state, where you have like articles of incorporation if you're a corporation, or articles of organization if you're an LLC. There's also what, of course, now nothing's coming to mind, but there's corporations, there's LLC, there's actually sole proprietorship, there's partnerships. I feel like I'm missing something, and if I am, of course, jump in. You have an EIN number. And an EIN number is employer identification number, which is the number that is put with your business entity. Do you have a separate bank account for your business? Which is big. It's huge. If you have a separate bank account for your business, and even if you are a sole proprietorship or a partnership, which you don't have to have a separate bank account, but I'm definitely going to encourage you to have that. Just one, it shows what your cash flow is. It clearly shows what your cash flow is. It's much easier when you're doing your taxes. It also helps you to navigate, okay, should I, what your next steps are gonna be, as well as it's really, really helpful for auditing purposes. I've been audited twice. I mean, thank God my accountant just took care of it, but I'm like, if I had to do it on my own, I would probably still be dealing with it. And that was like probably 10 years ago. You do have an LLC. Okay, I don't have, no. You do have an LLC. You know what, Amanda? Come on, talk to me.
Hi, Kyira. How are you doing, sister?
I'm great. Thanks for being
here. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you for having this. This is very, very informative. Perfect. Already.
Good. Thank you. So I see that you have an LLC.
Yes.
You have, hold on, of course I just clicked it. You said you have or you don't?
I don't have an official bank account. And it's crazy because I've been for 2 years trying to get one. And when COVID happened, I really understood the importance of like, no, you have to separate this. You have to not keep your money together. When I first established the LLC, I got information on the business account, but I just never opened it up. And I was catering at the time. So I definitely was getting and doing a service under the business. I just was not separating it because I had a separate checking account and savings account. So it was like I was using money from that savings account for the business, but it wasn't an official business account. It's weird that way.
Okay.
So I was doing my taxes for a while for the first couple of years of it, and then I just kind of stopped. And yeah, I know that I need to do it.
All right. So the good thing is, you know, your next steps. You know, your
Yeah.
next steps, and it sounds like you have the paperwork to do it. I mean, you got to go with the EIN number. You have your LLC, so you have your articles of organization. I think
The only thing I didn't have, because this was in New York, I'm in Georgia now,
okay.
was the bank was asking for additional paperwork for some type of like tax state registration. But I'm like, I thought I provided that with you here. They're like, that's not the document, it's something else. And I mean, I'd given them everything that I gotten in terms of the registration for the business, because actually a program did the LLC for me.
Okay.
And so I didn't know what they were saying or what they were talking about. And I didn't do it. So now I'm in another state, and I'm like, I'm thinking about either transferring or seeing if I can transfer my LLC here or just start a whole new one and get all of the paperwork done, and open up the account that way in this state.
Okay. All right. Well, good luck. Good luck to you. I'm like, it'll happen. It'll happen. It's just a matter of just putting a little bit more energy toward it, and it'll happen. And it's going to be tedious, but it's going to be worth it.
Okay.
Worth it. So, I mean, and you know where to find me. I'm like, I see you in the facilitator space. I'm seeing you here. So if you need
Yes.
if I can help, I will.
Thank you, ma'am. I will be reaching out.
Okay. Sounds good. I don't know that I know Georgia, but I could definitely help in whatever way that I can.
Okay.
Thank you. And then also, has anybody sold their, or sold or provided your service? You know, before I go on, does anybody want to share anything just based on these 3 questions? If your business is formally registered, do you have a separate bank account? And Amanda, I know you said you sold your services, just that you didn't have a separate account.
Right.
All right, go ahead. Can you open?
Yeah, I didn't have a separate account.
Oh, amazing. Okay.
Rachel's here.
Sorry, I'm like working out, listening at the same time. So I do have a registered DBA.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I have an EIN number. And I did this years ago when I really wasn't prepared to even have a business, right? But I knew in my head I eventually wanted one. I knew what I wanted it to be. I know what I wanted it to look like. It was along the lines of life coaching and things of that nature. And I'm lost when it comes to business, and I'm going to be frank, quite honest, right? Because what I just learned is that a DBA is not the smartest to have. Somebody told me that they lost everything having a DBA because it's connected directly to your name versus the LLC or an Inc. or corporation is not connected to your name, so that they can't come after you. Let's just say something were to happen and your business was sued or something like that. They directly can come to you with a DBA. So I was like, oh, I didn't know that. So, you know, so that was just information that was kind of like sticking in my head when I said it. But again, I do have it. I don't know what's better. I know an LLC would be more so if you have employees and you need insurance, because that's like a bigger corporation, if I'm correct. No?
So, and I'm glad you brought that up, because you are right. When it's your name and it's a DBA, you definitely are. It is, anything can happen. And nobody wants to think that you're going to be sued. But I'm like, we live in the age where everybody's trying to get money a fast way. You know, they want to make sure that they want the McDonald's coffee to be super hot, and then they want to spill it on themselves, and then they could sue. So you're absolutely right. My accountant actually he created my my business entity. And so I became an S Corp. And so my understanding from him is that the S Corp is the corporate or the entity that protects you the most. I've had conversations with other business owners and they're like, no, it's the C Corp. No, it's the LLC. I will say this, the LLC and the corps, the S and the C Corp definitely protect you from, if you are sued, that you're not, so it's going to be the stuff that's in the business as opposed to, you know, what's going on, as opposed to your personal stuff. So you're absolutely right. But I do know with the DBA, you do need to have a separate, I want to say you do need to have like a separate bank account. Yeah.
I was encouraged to open a bank account for it, that how, but still in all, if something were to happen, they can, and that bank account closed, they can go to your bank account.
Right.
So that's just something I learned actually, I want to say a week ago. So when this conversation happened, I was like, wow, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be learning about, so that when I do move forward with my business, I have a clear understanding of what and what I should not do, because I really did have a DBA. Not to say that I'm going to be sued, but you just never know. You just never know. And I rather cross, dot my I's and cross my T's.
Exactly. And then I know you said something about you want an LLC if you have employees.
That's not true. I thought you had to have insurance.
I have part-time employees. I have 1099s. I have insurance, and I have an S Corp.
Gotcha.
So
right, thank you for that.
Say, but because this is not, LLC is not my strength. It's not like what I know. I know S Corp because that's what I've been doing. I know S Corp. I'm sorry, I'm reading the chat. I know the S Corp because that's what I have. But I do know that you can definitely get insurance. You can definitely, I have 4 full-time employees, including myself, and then probably about 7 or 8 part-time employees, and then a number of 1099s, a number of contractors who come in.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You have to have insurance with an LLC. That's kind of where I'm going with it. Like if I just wanted to be a consultant, right? What would be the best?
I would definitely say always get insurance. Always get insurance because you just don't know anything that can happen.
Gotcha.
You always want to just always protect yourself with whatever can happen. So then you have the insurance just to kind of, even though it depends on the type of insurance, and this is just my personal, but depends on the type of insurance. Sometimes you're like, really, do I really need that insurance? Because it makes money. When it comes to business, I would definitely say get insurance. Because that's one that you just never know, and you want to make sure that you have the insurance. Omena,
Thank you.
You're welcome, and thank you for coming on. Omena, I see that you had a question. What was the suggestion of insurance? So my suggestion is that you do get insurance. I guess you would have to look into whatever it is that the service that you're providing, what insurance works for you. I personally have Hiscox, HISCOX insurance. Okay, somebody said they're working on it. Okay, that's perfect. But you can look into Hiscox, and that might be something that works for you. Also, a lot of businesses, I know that, like I do a lot of subcontract work and contractual where I'm not the subcontractor. And a lot of people, other businesses, like business to business, they're asking for your W-9, which of course you need, so then they can pay you, they can pay you via 1099. They also ask for your insurance. So I'm like, that's a key part of it, that they need insurance because they want to make sure that, you're covering your own butt as well as they're covering their. Before I move on, I've established this. Nigel, just come on in the space.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Good. I kind of read what you said, but you said something, and I was like, I don't want to read, and then look like I'm reading and not talking. So I'm like, just come on and tell us what you're saying.
So I have a registered LLC with the state, North Carolina. So I have an EIN, I have business banking and all of that. Mm-hmm. And I have provided services, but not under my business's name, under my name. I've done some contracting work,
Okay.
and I did not provide them with my business name and my EIN. So, you know, anything that I've earned from them has been in my name. So I need to correct that going forward so that when I do receive pay, it's in the name of my business.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's also, a business really helps you with your taxes. I mean, even when you're doing business, of course, everybody wants to be profitable, but if there is a loss, it actually might help you when it comes to your taxes. So I'm like, my thing is just do the business. Whatever the business is, do the business. It's gonna work in your favor. Whether it is a loss, whether it is a profit, one, you're doing something that you love. So and there's a resource at the very end. I'm gonna show you a slide with a bunch of resources. And one of the books is called Failing Forward by John C. Maxwell. Fail forward. Just continue doing what you're doing and stay plugged in and stay focused and just move toward what it is that you want to do. And yes, Naja, please. I'm like, just the thing, I've seen you come on. One, I know you just do, you know, woo facilitation, but I've also seen you present. And so you offer a lot, but you definitely want to offer everything that you're offering under your business name, just because you just want to separate. It's big, it's huge, just to make sure you separate personal from business. One, it helps you with goal setting, it helps you with direction and guidance and, you know, in the direction that you want to go into. It shows what your cash flow is, which is always, that's business. Business is numbers. And if you if it's murky and you're not sure, okay, well, you know, where's this money coming from? What's this money, you know, who's this and why? And if it gets murky, then it's hard for you to really to grow your business, expand your business, or to be able to see by number exactly how it is that you're growing your business. Because the business will become a hobby. I dated somebody who was a phenomenal photographer, phenomenal. And it was a hobby. Even though he was saying it was a business, it wasn't a business, it was definitely a hobby because these structures weren't in place. I would definitely say if you don't have, and again, I'll go to the resources at the end, get a business coach. Get a business coach, or just get someone who knows a little bit more than you. Because apparently that person's already gone through the step that you need to go into. So you don't need somebody who knows a heck of a lot, but you just need to know someone who knows more than you. Can you, if there are no questions.
Well, there are things
right.
in the chat. I would
All
like
right.
to read them.
All right, well, say what's in the chat or bring whoever on that you want. It's fine. I want to have a conversation, so please come in.
Okay, awesome. So in Facebook, Kyira says she does not have a business.
Okay.
And Wendy says she has a business. She has an EIN number.
Okay.
She has a business account, but she uses it for personal spending because her Social Security check goes into it. Not good. And she also says, I have sold services under the business name.
Okay. All right. So Wendy, you know what your next steps are. And Kaisha, don't you offer services? I feel like you do.
She's in Facebook. She can't respond right now. Or when
but I'm just talking to you anyway.
Yeah, she'll type it. It'll come in a little bit in a couple of minutes.
Not a problem.
And Valerie says, I have a DBA as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so Valerie's here in Zoom. Does having liability insurance support you with having a DBA? And, oh no, I'm sorry, Valerie's in Facebook. Teresa says, I don't have a business, but envision providing microloans, funding to awesome business owners, manifesting how to generate the money to make that happen. And Rukiya says, I have an S Corp as well.
Okay. Okay. Wait, can you tell me what Teresa said again?
I don't have a business, but envision providing microloans / funding to awesome business owners, manifesting how to generate money to make that happen. Okay.
Well, I would definitely say Teresa, because I'm all about manifestation, but I'm also about conversation. So speak to people who do it. And if you don't know somebody who does it, speak to other business owners. So I would definitely say that. just so you can actually get some information to figure out, okay, this is the direction that I need to go in order to make that happen. I mean, because clearly if someone else is doing it, that means that you can do it. And you probably, I know you personally, and I know how passionate you are. So one, you're gonna always do it to the best of your abilities. And what you do, as long as you sprinkle your dust on it, it's gonna be amazing. So I would definitely suggest that you speak to a couple of people to figure out how to make it happen. And I know you personally, so just give me a call and we'll figure it out together.
Valerie had a question. I think it might have been answered. And so this is Facebook, so it comes in a little bit later.
Okay.
But you can tell me if you did answer it.
Right.
I have a DBA as well. Does having liability insurance support you with having a DBA?
I'm gonna say, Valerie, I couldn't give you specific answers on that, but what I'm gonna ask, I'm gonna ask Kenyofu to actually pull up the next slide, which is resources for those who don't have a, I should say not those who need to do more work in order to have an official business based on the questions that I've given. And I'm hoping that the information that I post or that is posted, if you go into it, it'll give you more information. I will say that there is a website that I looked at yesterday that is not posted on this next slide. So Kenyofu, if you can actually post the next slide.
Before, I'm holding off on doing that because I want to share what else is in the chat.
Okay, all right, well, let me just tell you this then. And I'll say it again when the slide comes up. There is a website, Valerie, as well as anybody else, whether you do have a business or not, and you need to flush it out and do some more, there's more steps that you want to add to your business and actually get questions answered, because I don't have all the answers. There's a website called patriotsoftware.com. Had a lot of information on DBAs, sole proprietorship, partnership, LLCs, and the different, thank you, Kenyofu. So sole proprietorships and the corporation. So I would definitely encourage you to go onto that site, as well as just make Google your friend. As much as people are like, I'm not the expert either, but I do know how to go on Google. And then also YouTube for anything. So I'm like, you become the expert just by doing the research.
Exactly, I so agree with that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know, let me just check. So can you go ahead, what else?
Yes, Tia says, are there fundings for people to start a business? Yes,
there is funding. And there's actually a lot of funding. It's just a matter of knowing where to go. Again, it's really about research. There's grants. Well, Tia, are you live? Tia Patterson, is that you? If it is, come on in.
Yeah, I don't know if you're available, you can come off of mute. And if you're not, okay, there she goes.
Okay. Hey, Tia.
Morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good.
Good. So, all right. So you're asking if there's plenty of funding. Plenty. Now, is it easy to get and easy to find? Probably not so much, because nobody's really like, hey, here, take my money. But
right.
if you're willing to do the work, they're willing to give you the money. Do you have an established business?
Yeah, I have a business, but it's networking. I have a networking business.
Okay.
So that's the way that I have started, because I know that's the more easier way to start. So I'm with the company, and they provide all the services as a home-based business. So I have a home-based business.
Okay.
It's networking, network marketing business. So it's everything outside.
Funding for like an MLM, like a
correct. That's exactly what it is. Multi-level marketing.
Yeah. That's why I'm like,
right.
It's funding.
Right. So it's kind of, well, I was just asking for my own self, maybe because we're talking about LLCs and S corps and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to know, is there funding for if I or the people that are listening, are there funding for people who quite don't have the financial capabilities at this time, to be able to get maybe like a $10,000 or $8,000 or whatever, something small to get themselves up and running, to have a business, because like you said, it's very lucrative, you know, being a W-2 employee. For me, my experience of being a W-2 employee myself, it's not very lucrative.
Right.
Starting your business, starting a home-based business or starting a business altogether is your best route to go to create wealth, to create, you know, a legacy, and leave behind something for your children, your family. Being a W-2 employee is not going to get you there. So yeah, so I just wanted to put that out there for myself as well, and for the community.
Absolutely. And thank you for doing that. There is funding. I couldn't tell you exactly. So let me just ask you this. Are you looking for funding to, I guess, to support your network marketing business?
No, I was thinking more so keeping that separate. For myself, to answer your question, I know that I have certain skills.
Okay.
And I just started with my network marketing business.
Mhm.
But since we're having this conversation, I said, well, maybe if I have this certain skill, would I be able to get funding to buy, like, you know, for example, some kitchen items, you know, a blender, bread maker, whatever it is,
Mhm.
startup money to get me going, so that, and whether it's a grant or whether it is something, a loan that I have to pay back over a period of time. Yeah.
So, okay. And I'm going to say, do your research, because I'm an expert, but I'm an expert only to a certain point. I don't know everything. The other thing is we do have the community here who can definitely jump in and also to help answer this question. I would say that if you want a loan for a business, you have to have an established business. That's one. They also need to see that you need to have a separate bank account. They need to see that, one, you have an official business. And then they need to see if there's some revenue coming in. So you're not going to get a loan if there's no money that's already being made. It's almost like Shark Tank. You know, people want all this money and they're like, okay, well, what have you done on your own?
What have you done, right?
And it's like, well, you know, it's a really great concept. And it's like, okay, well, you know, get back to us when that concept has made you some money, and then we can look at investing in you. So basically a loan is also almost like an investment. I would say this, there is funding. There definitely is funding. But it's going to be difficult to find. What I will suggest, and this would require discipline. Take your W-2 and try and live off as little as possible, and then take some of that W-2 money to fund whatever it is that you want to do for your business. So when I started my company, I got my master's in speech language pathology. Excuse me. And so I did speech language pathology until Keys to Abundant Life was able to sustain me. And so, like, you know, there's some people who just kind of jump off and jump right into business, and hopefully things work, and sometimes they don't. I had a maintenance and mortgage to pay. I had my parents, and they love me, but they're like, you're an adult, so you need to take care of your own stuff. And so as a result, I'm like, I still had to adult. So I couldn't just be like, I just want to do this on my own and just, you know, throw things to the wind. I couldn't do it. And so again, I did my business. I did my W-2 until I was able to do my own escort, and it sustained me. And the things that I did, I had separate account, but sometimes I had to put some of my own money into my business in order to get me going. And then I, of course, repaid myself because it was definitely a loan. Somebody said, go on eBay and get, you know, some discounted item. The other thing is you got friends and family, and you got people who support you. So ask, always ask for help. So it's like, and the most that can happen, the most that can happen is that people tell you no. And if they tell you no, so what? Just go on to the next person. I hope that answered your question. It definitely didn't answer all of it, but I would definitely say do your research. There is grant money out there. However, I think you're going to need, if you want a loan for a business, you're gonna have to show that you have the business and the business is running as opposed to just an idea. I will say, and I looked at this, again, resources at the very end. I actually reached out to one of the programs that I had gone through called WeBo, which is workshops in business opportunities. I'm in New York. However, they're all over. I reached out to see if they were still providing this program. I think, and when I looked it up, it was a 10-week program and a 16-week program. And it was for business ideas as well as for those who are actually in business. And there's other programs out there that are like that. The Harlem Entrepreneurial Fund is another one. So you can definitely look at those programs. You did, okay, so Kenyofu did Weibo. I just don't know if it's still around, but I know it's Weibo, I think it's Weibo.works. Nobody called me back, so I don't know. But that would be a definite good place to find out. So then you can at least either get some information or get into the program, which is definitely a low cost program, which I love that about, the program. But it also gave you a lot of information, and it helped you, it guided you into the direction that you need to go into in order to start your business.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So Kyra, couple of things going on. Kaisha did respond, and I'm looking for her message. It seems I lost it.
About she does dog sitting and
yes, she says that she does offer dog sitting and walking services, but it's mainly word of mouth. I want to offer transportation services to get kids around within the town I live in. So there's also, if Evelyn who has her hand up,
okay,
I want to make sure that she gets to be heard.
All right, Evelyn, come on in. And while you're coming in, Omena, yes, you can have a W-2 and still have an S Corp. I had that. I had that for some time. And then after a while, I got just 1099s. And then I didn't do my W-2 because it wasn't feeding my spirit. And then I'm just focused on Keys to Abundant Life. So yes, you can have both. Hi, Evelyn, how are you?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
I just need to say a couple of things. I don't own a business.
Okay.
I open up business accounts because I work for a bank. So, first of all, a DBA, it just means doing business as.
Right.
So you can have a DBA as a sole proprietorship, as an LLC, as a corporation. It's not necessary. So the DBA basically is representing a company. So when you say you have I heard people saying I have a DBA, I have a DBA. DBA is just saying, like, if I say I have a business, Evelyn Treats, and I'm doing business as Evelyn's Candy. So the business is actually Evelyn's Treats. Right? So I want to clear that up. Then I also heard somebody say they have their Social Security money going into their business account. Not a good move.
No.
You could definitely get in trouble for that. That's called commingling funds, and that's not supposed to happen. So you need to straighten that out. I forgot who said it. As far as business accounts, like you were saying, they're different. You need the tax ID or the EIN number, but you cannot mix that money up. I heard more than one person saying they were commingling funds.
Right.
That is a big tax implication, and you can get in big trouble for that.
Thank you.
So I just wanted to clear that up.
No, I'm glad you did. Now let me just ask you, are you I'm glad you came on. So are you someone who people should be coming to say, look, I need a business loan? Or I need to open up a business, I need to open up a bank account?
We do both.
Okay.
Business loans are right now, a couple of years ago during COVID, it was easy to get a business loan. Right now, it's not so easy.
Okay.
And you have to have all your information established. You have to have a bank account
Mhm.
in the business name, and you have to be able to show what you need the money for and how much money you taking in already.
Right, right.
So if you don't have any income coming into that business, it'll be kind of hard to get a loan.
Exactly. Yeah, you got to show some revenue. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Evelyn. I appreciate it. And please stay on and chime in anytime when you hear that, you know, we need to clarify some things and just make sure that everybody's on point with what they need.
I'm
Okay.
gonna sign off now because I'm actually driving, which but I had to say something. I was like, oh God, no.
Absolutely. Please. And jump back in if you need to, for sure. Because I definitely appreciate your information.
Okay, dear. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so now based on, all right, now can you show the slide now?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Is it this one?
Yes, get down to business. So for those who are saying that they were not able to answer those questions, all three questions with a yes in the affirmative, I want to make sure that you do get an official business in place. And so again, I talked about patriotsoftware.com is a great resource, as well as this information. The balancesmb.com, where you can register your business name. Again, registering your business name is different from registering your business. So you want to make sure that you register your business with a state agency. Business name, that's great. But again, you want to register your business. Like my business is registered in the state of New York. I'm in New York. Others register their businesses in Delaware for tax purposes. I think they don't take taxes out or something like that when it comes to Delaware, but I don't know. I don't have a business there. And once you've registered your business, then you can open your business bank account. They do require paperwork, articles of incorporation, organization, certificate, stock certificate if you have an S corp, as well as other things. I can't remember. I opened my business account a long time ago. And then if you haven't sold your products or service, please do so. But do so under your business. And if you don't have a business and you're like, I don't know if this is a business that I want to go into, what you do want to do is offer your product or service and get some feedback to see if this is something that could be profitable, if this is something that you want to do. Yeah, it's necessary. Just again, I keep saying it, not like you're gonna fail, but just keep failing forward. Just keep moving forward and just keep doing what it is that you're doing and stay focused, stay on the goal. Because as much as I'd love to say it's gonna be easy, more than likely it's not gonna just be smooth sailing and just a straight line. So there are gonna be some obstacles, but if you know what your end goal is, I feel like you can, I know that you can get there. I will say to surround yourself with support. Family is great, but sometimes family doesn't know what it is that family is not, they mean well. I can say that, they mean well. I know, and I'll give you an example. My father, I told you I was a speech language pathologist, and then I opened up Keys to Abundant Life. My father was like, how come you're doing that? You know, you make good money with speech pathology. If it doesn't feed my soul, I'm not doing it. And so, and now who's my biggest proponent? Or my biggest, proponent, my biggest support? My father. Who is my biggest PR person? My father. So just do what makes you happy, because again, this is your life. And people will get on board. People will get on board. Those who are supposed to get on board will get on board. And those who aren't will jump ship, and you should just say thank you. You might be a little sad, but just keep moving forward. So now, based on those three questions, I want to put the poll back up. Please, Kenyofu. All right, So 3 questions. Is it formally registered as a business? Do you have a separate bank account? Have you sold or provided a service or a product under your business name? So now I want you to answer yes or no, because what I do want to see is if the percentage goes up higher, or if it decreases just based on what you need. And so with that, Kenyofu, are there any other, is there anything else that you want to share, or any question? I can't see people raise hands, but that's fine, because I got Kenyofu, who's the best.
Yep, nobody's hands raised.
I have a question. I'm sorry, I couldn't get to the raised hand part.
No
Just
problem.
to clarify for the poll,
Yes.
you're asking that question again based on the requirements that are needed, right? So like, do we have a bank account? Do we have okay, got it. Thank you. This is so great, Kyira. This is really amazing. Wow.
Oh, good. And it's Kyira, but yes, I'm glad.
I'm so sorry, because I was like, dang, I'm gonna say it wrong. So I was like, Kyira. Thank you so much. I apologize for that, because your name is your affirmation. But yes,
no, thank you.
Kyira.
It's Kyira. And just think, which I always tell people, just think body parts. Just think the letter K, just point to your eye, point to your ear, and add an A at the end, and you got my name, Kyira.
That was so easy, Kyira. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
You're definitely a speech pathologist, or at least have had that, because that just helped me. I completely heard it different. Kyira. Got it.
Okay, perfect. Good. I'm glad you did.
So the poll is 50%. Let's go. 10 folks.
Okay. All right.
And C adds in from, this is for herself. She says, I think it's the OCD, perfectionist imposter syndrome, that keeps stopping me from failing forward and causes me to self-sabotage and not get out there. And Teresa in Facebook says, thank you, Kyira, for the information. She'll reach out.
All right, perfect. Good. Yeah, Z, you just need to get in there, just jump in there. And it's easier said than done. I had a conversation with somebody yesterday, and he was like, yeah, it wasn't about business. It was about, F other people. Don't worry about what other people think of you. And that sounds great, but it's the how that you do it. So I'm like, it's the tools that you put in place. So it's a mental game. It's really a mental game when it comes to, please complete the poll. Having a business is a mental game. So I'm like, you gotta have everything kind of, you gotta basically strengthen that muscle. There are gonna be days, again, I've been in business for 17 years. I feel like I should be a lot farther than where I am. And I feel like I haven't been there just because I've been in my own way. I actually declared it yesterday, speaking to someone, saying that, you know what, I'm gonna get to where I need to be, and I'm not gonna worry about what other people think. And when I make mistakes, I'm gonna make them publicly, and it's okay, because I'm human. So if you make a mistake, so what? Because the one thing I do know is I'm actually doing it, as opposed to other people who aren't and who are just thinking it. So I'm like, I just need to focus on what it is that I want to do, just like you need to focus on what it is that you want to do, and get yourself there. And not say get yourself there like you have no support, but get yourself there like making sure that you stumble into whatever it is, you walk into whatever it is, or walk to the next step. But just making sure that you do it. Because the one thing that you don't want to do is to look back and have regrets. You want to make sure, you want to say, you know what, I tried doing that and it didn't work out, or I tried doing that and I didn't like it, or I tried doing that and I loved it. So, but the thing is, you do want to do whatever it is that you want to do, as opposed to thinking about it. So just making your dream a reality and manifesting it, but making sure that it's manifested into exactly what it is that you want to do. It is 7:58. Kenyofu, you should be proud. I remember. 7:58, and I know some folks have to drop off. You gotta go to work. You gotta get your kids to camp. Whatever it is that you need to do. I definitely want to thank you for being here, and just for being with me, and just for being with us. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the, I guess like the Facebook Live or the Facebook in Woo, and I will check it and answer your question. And definitely come back to the replay just to hear the rest of it, the next 31 minutes, because now it's 7:59, but the next 31 minutes of this conversation. And my information, my contact information will be posted in the chat as well. So again, thank you. And I definitely want to wish you a fantastic day if you have to drop off. Thank you.
Thank you, Kyira.
You're welcome.
We are holding at 10 folks that have filled out the poll. There's 8 more of you all, and there's been a couple of people leaving. One person came in, something like that, but still 10 people fill out the poll. It's one question. One question. Y'all don't be afraid of this question. 2 responses, yes or no. All right, now we're at 12. Okay, and I feel like I'm in the auction right now. Okay, let's go. Can I go for 13? 13 anyone?
I love it. I love it. I mean, the other thing is I also feel like maybe people are not answering because you don't have a business. Like they're like, well, maybe it's I don't have a business at all, so then I can't answer that question. But I just say, even if you don't have a business, like you're just on because you want to get the knowledge, you can still just put no. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's the answer.
In the
If
poll.
If you don't have a business, answer it as no. So we're 15 now. So good. Thank you. Let's go. We can do a little bit more. We can.
We can do this. We can do this. So yeah. So what I'm going to do is, okay, so I gave you the back to business, get down to business. What I did want to do is go into your vision statement. So a lot of people don't have a vision statement when it comes to their business. And actually, I was going to do vision and mission. We're not going to get to mission. I have a feeling we're not going to get to mission.
Kyira, before you go on, I could actually close the poll. We're stuck at 15 for the moment. And it's 40% yes, 60% no.
Okay. All right. So the number went down, which is fine. I kind of, you know what? I can't even say I kind of figured. I wasn't sure which way it was going to go, but the number went down for those who do have an official business. And there's nothing wrong with that. What it does say, it kind of brings to the forefront, it brings to light that there's some steps that you need to take in order to get yourself to the yes of that poll. And so hopefully you've already gotten some clarity on what it is that you need to do. And again, reach out, whether it's reach out to me, reach out to someone else who has a business. Again, it's not like, I feel like everybody is an expert and everybody's an expert in something. So if you know somebody who has a business, excuse me, you can always ask them. If you want to send me a text message or even just call me or send me an email, if I can answer your question, I certainly will. But for me, it's when you get a mentor, the mentor is just someone who knows, who's been through the experiences that you've been through. Doesn't mean they have to have experienced everything. But they've experienced more than what you have. So I'm like, as long as someone is a few steps ahead of you, then that's the person that you kind of want to latch on to and maybe ask some questions and pick their brain and maybe get some feedback from them and some guidance from them. So that is my 2 cents. What I'm going to do when it comes to your business, I'm looking at my notes as well. When it comes to business, I want you to think about, again, are you where you want to be in your business? Also just thinking about, and I think we already have, but what keeps you from getting to where you want to be when it comes to business? I think that, and I don't know that everybody feels this way, which is fine, but I'm doing this presentation, so we're going to talk about my thoughts and you're going to share what you think. That you need to have a good vision statement. You have to have a good vision statement. If you have a vision, it gives you a guide as to what your company, what your business is going to be about. It also gives you direction. It conveys a picture of what your future will look like. So I think a vision is just helpful. It's helpful and it keeps you focused, especially on like hard days, because there will be hard days when it comes to business. But there are, I would say, 4 components of a vision statement that is imaginable, So conveys a picture of what the future will look like. It's desirable. It appeals to long-term interest of employees, customers, stockholders, and others who have a stake in the enterprise. It's feasible, which means that thank you, Amanda. It's feasible, that it comprises realistic, attainable goals, and that it's focused. It is clear enough to provide guidance in decision-making. So what I'm gonna do is, and I'm gonna say it again, so it's not, and I'm gonna say it more slowly. I just want to kind of go through the 4 components. And it's funny, because even when I was doing research on the vision statement, it was like, you should have, it should be like 2 to 3 sentences, and it should be about 35 words. My vision statement is 1 sentence, and I counted it, and I was like, oh, I only have 20 words. The vision statement is actually something that you should be able to remember and be able to recall and recite to others, as well as your employees should be able to remember it and recite it, and just know it for themselves, just so they know what the vision of the company is. I know when we do the WOO facilitation with Shawnee, the beginning of every single, and yeah, the vision and the mission are different. You're absolutely right. The mission is actually, it's more specific, Amanda, so you're right. But it's related, obviously, because it's the company. But when we do the WOO facilitation, every single, I want to say the first slide is the mission, is the vision and the mission of WOO. And so I think it's super helpful just to kind of keep that embedded in your mind. The other thing that we also do, which I think is super helpful, is the company culture, which is big. Again, I cannot promote anybody getting a mentor or getting a coach. You need a business coach, just like all the big athletes have coaches. They're amazing. They're amazing at what they do. They're more amazing because they have coaches, because they have others who are going to say, you know what, this is what you need to work on. This is the direction you need to go in. You know, how about you look at this? How about you look at that? Because again, you don't know all the answers. So Kenyofu, can you pull up Keys to Abundant Life vision statement? Next slide. There we go. So Keys to Abundant Life. Our vision is to inspire and empower individuals of all ages to improve their lives mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So it's definitely desirable, it's imaginable, it's feasible, it's focused in a way. It's more general, but the mission for me becomes more specific. And what I'd like to do is I want to break out into, what do I want to do? I want to break out into breakout session. And just depending on, I don't know, you can do this, there's 17 people. Okay, so there's 17 people. I saw the numbers were going down. I was like, look, don't be trying to jump ship when you got to do more work. I was like, I want you to work on you because you deserve to work on you. But I want you to break out into groups and help each other figure out what kind of, what a vision statement, what a good vision statement or a good start to a vision statement would be for your company. Again, I want you to write this down. The components of a good vision statement are, it's imaginable, which means that it conveys a picture of what the future will look like. It's desirable, which means that it appeals to the long-term interest of employees, customers, stockholders, and others who have a stake in the enterprise. So even just breaking down my vision statement, is it imaginable? Absolutely. I want to get as many individuals as healthy as they possibly can in the different areas of their lives, the mental, the physical, the emotional, and the spiritual. Is it desirable? Absolutely. I work in schools, I work in communities, and I work in corporate. So, and I keep saying I, but it's we. We work in these areas because it's my company, and I don't really do the on the ground work. So this is definitely a we situation. It's a team situation. And so it is desirable to get the employees and the customers and the consumers healthier in those different areas. Is it feasible? Absolutely. Is it attainable? So feasible. It comprises realistic, attainable goals. It is absolutely feasible. It's feasible only if you're going to do the work. I mean, if you get the information and don't apply it, then it's not feasible. But if you do get the information, it's almost like knowledge is power. Knowledge is not quite power unless it's applied knowledge. So if you apply what you learn, then that's where you become powerful, you become empowered, and you become hopefully inspired to become even healthier. And then the fourth part of the component, or the fourth component, is it focused? Is it clear enough to provide guidance in decision making? I think it's clear enough. It's not as, probably not as focused as it could be, but I like my vision statement, so I'm sticking with it. So Kinyofu, again, the four: imaginable, desirable, feasible, focused. And it should be maybe 1 or 2 sentences. Again, mine is just one. I'm okay with it being one. It needs to be something I can remember. And 2 sentences for me is going to be a lot. And then it says it should be about 35 words. Again, my vision statement's about 20, and I'm okay with that. So Kenyoku, with that, can we go into breakout rooms? You tell me how many people or whatever. I'm thinking maybe, I don't, and you know what, Kenyoku, if you can tell me how long, because I've never done a breakout room, but I'm excited to be doing it.
Okay, I have it as 3 people in a room.
Okay.
And I have some participants in the main space so the work can be done here as well. And we can have it as, I don't know, how many minutes did you think?
If there's 3 people, let's do, can we do 12 minutes? So then it's 4 minutes per person?
Okay, that works. All righty.
All right, Purple. Have a great day.
Okay, so I'm reconfiguring rooms, maybe.
Okay.
Omena and Rukia, are you in the space and are you both able to participate?
Yes, I'm in the space.
Yes.
Okay, great. So there's 2 of you in the room, and I don't want, there to be one person that's not present. So I'm opening the rooms, 12 minutes, and you all are going to go in automatically.
Okay. Then you'll come back and share.
All righty. You have 5 others in the room with us. Oh, no, I didn't mean to put her in. Kyira is in the room. Hey, breakout rooms. Let me bring her back. Where did she go?
Isn't she in room 1?
Yeah, I just pulled her out.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Oh. She's not coming back. I'm sorry, y'all. Zoom updated, so it didn't. No, she didn't have a room. Okay, my bad. I'm gonna send her a message. There she goes. Hi, Kyira. My apologies. I didn't mean to send you into a room. Is Afriye and Teresa, are they communicating? Okay, you're muted.
Yes, they're in there. They probably need a little bit more direction, but yes, they're in there.
Okay. All
Okay,
right.
so Tia, Inez, and Deborah. Hey, Deborah, how are you?
Good morning. I'm great.
Good, good, good. So yes, so a vision statement. Let me ask, Deborah, I know that you are doing your Reiki business. Tia, remind me of what you're doing, and Inez, tell me what you're doing.
What I do is I am a clinical sexologist, and I'm also a wellness coach.
Okay, cool. Cool. All right. You do you have a vision statement for your business?
I do have a statement.
Okay.
I don't have a mission statement as of yet.
Okay.
Because I'm also looking to do brick and mortar, because basically I was doing coaching.
Mhm.
So yeah, and I come from the beauty industry, so I still do that, but I still do aesthetics, and it's all around wellness. So yeah, I'm looking to do the brick and mortar.
Okay, cool. All right, so would you be willing to share your vision statement? And Tia, I didn't forget about you.
Can you come back to me and I'll pull it up?
Absolutely. Go ahead, Tia. Tia, you're muted if you're talking. If you're available. All right, well, Tia, you listening. Deborah, do you have a vision statement?
I have not actually started the Reiki business. I'm at the beginning stages of really just trying to envision what it will look like and all of those things. So I'm really at the beginning stages.
Okay, which is good. That's why I think a vision statement is actually really good, because then it helps you to literally envision what it is that you want.
Yeah. No, this is great. Thank you.
Yeah, I was like focusing on who it is that you want to provide the services to, and what you're, based on what it is that you're providing, what it is that you want to do, or what it is that you want to convey to others. Like what the offer, how do you want them to feel? So for me, it's I want to empower and I want to inspire. And who is it? For me, it's individuals. And then it's what's the goal? So what's the goal of your Reiki business? How do you want people to feel? What do you want people to walk away with? So when you think of those things, that's how your vision comes together. So then you know exactly what it is. It keeps you, just literally keeps you focused and in the direction that you want to go. So then you kind of know what it is that you want your company to provide.
Okay.
And what you want the consumer to walk away with.
Okay. I know that I want to target BIPOC people,
okay.
Black and Indigenous people of color. I want people to feel, I want people's general health and wellness to be improved,
okay.
Stress relief, particularly around supporting just mental health and giving people clarity. So those are some of the key things that I've been really focused on about who I want to reach.
Okay, so then you have part of your vision statement already.
Okay.
Which is good, which is great. You want to improve the health and wellness of BIPOC individuals through, I don't know, increasing their energetic levels and blah, 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 but something like that along those lines.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Inez, did you pull up your vision statement? No pressure.
Hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. Well, I'm still wrestling with a few, but few statements because I have my own personal vision statement for it, and then I also have a company vision statement. But the company one is we're committed. Uh, to, our value team is committed to digitally to reduce stress
Mhm.
and also foster a healthy environment around wellness and well-being with the individual and with their families.
Okay. Okay, say it again.
Hold up now, which just went black again. Our value team is committed to diligently reduce the stress and to provide, oh, here it is, okay, pick it up. And to provide a fostering healthy environment for the individual and for their families.
Okay. Okay, so you have the population, you have what it is that you want your company to do for others. You have the desire that, you know, when people read it, it's like, oh yeah, I definitely want that. And that's something that that's also attainable. And you're focused on what it is that you want your offer to provide to others. So I would
But
say
we're still, my team and I, we're, as far as the team vision statement, we're all still working on that and adding to it. So I matter of fact, I was on a call with them and yesterday, and we had a co-working session and we talked about this, having it solidified by Monday. So
okay. Now I know you said that you've done beauty coaching. Is it for every person? Is it for male and female, or is it?
Well, the wellness, the beauty and wellness was for everybody. That was like something I've been doing for years. I was a licensed cosmetology instructor and a cosmetologist and esthetician here. I'm in Chicago. So that was like my bread and butter and things like that. But it was like the last few years I started studying clinical sexology, and then I just became board certified with that. So that I'm leaving the hair business alone. I put it like this, I'm retiring from that, but I'm still in the beauty industry, but it's more so around it's aesthetics and wellness. And I've also had training as a wellness coach too.
Okay.
So from the African holistic health perspective. So that's what I'm really focused on in this time in my life. So, and I'm loving it. I love coaching and everything. So, but now it's time for the brick and mortar. So.
That's fantastic. That is fantastic.
Thank you.
That's fantastic. I would say, would you say that your personal statement, because I know you said you have a personal vision
I
statement.
didn't pull up I don't have my personal statement handy right now.
Oh, no, I'm not even going to ask you to say it, but I know you know it. So I'm like, would you say that your personal vision statement and your company vision statement are kind of aligned?
They are aligned, but of course the company statement is more reaching out to the world. Yeah, but my personal statement is basically in alignment, and I see as that grows, my vision, my personal vision statement will grow too as well, or vice versa.
Right.
So
yeah, I definitely agree. And the reason I ask is normally if you have a personal vision statement and you have a company, your company is a reflection of who you are.
Right.
So it makes sense that your personal vision statement would be aligned. And then the company one is going to be more worldly, of course, because it's not just about you, it's about, everyone else surrounding and how you can.
And also I want to somehow be creative and include not so much of as say the word investors, but I want to put the word grassroots in because it's like I'm also learning from a 7 and 8 figure earners about seed investing, seed funding, and I seen the spiritual aspect of that. So yeah, so that's when you was talking about the grants and things like that, that made me think about well, not made me, but got me thinking about seed funding and the affirmations and the spiritual end of that. And it's like the business will get you rich, but the investments will get you wealthy.
Yeah, great. Great, great, great. It actually makes me think of I've got the specific name, not going to come back, but there is, I want to say it's the Islamic bank that's out in Detroit, and they provide funding, but if they provide funding and there's like no interest or something, and if they do it under like a spiritual realm, so that it's funding. And I thought it was brilliant, but I also thought it was totally different, because I'm like, business is business and people trying to make money, and they're trying to make some money, but they are not, they're not out to like gorge people. Like they want to help others to actually build a business without bankrupting them. I can't remember the name of the company. I'll look it back. I'll look it up again, but I know it's the company, or the bank, I should say, with in Detroit.
Yeah, I'll look into that too, because I think someone mentioned that to me at one time. As a matter of fact, that it was a Muslim that mentioned that to me. And I want to look into that, and plus also the women-owned banks, and the banks that really support women, and see what I have to do. I mean, and having a personal relationship with the banker, having that relationship, so that guys, that we can be of a common denominator and be in the same mindset and space, so that they can, because I've seen the difference when you do have a relationship as opposed to when you don't have a relationship with you.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I've gotten personal phone calls and I'm like, what's going on? They're like, oh, we're just checking in the such and such. So yeah, I mean, every time I walk in the bank, they're like, hey, it's almost like Noam on Cheer. Hey.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's good to have a personal relationship with the bank. So I see that everybody is back, and I'm glad that y'all are here. I will say that this is not a sexy conversation. This is not even, and for most, it's not even a fun conversation. But what it is a conversation that needs to be had. If you are in business, parts of business is not going to be fun, but it's necessary. It's necessary, for one, for you to get yourself up and running. I also definitely believe that the vision statement, I'll get to you, Mama Teresa. I definitely think that the vision statement is necessary, because then it keeps you focused. And with that said, I'm going to have Mama Teresa jump in. Hey, Teresa.
Sweetie, thank you. This is good for me, because I haven't really been focusing on doing my business as much as I should. So mine is imagine a world where Black maternal health was at its lowest, where Black families was bringing their families home and not burying them, because they listen and because they listen and they were accountable.
All right, so we got to flush that one out.
Yeah. I'm my words got lost just now.
Okay, so you wanna write down who it is that you want to affect, because you said you want something about maternal health.
No, I'm saying I want the message to get out, so that people can know, like by being exposed. But I'm doing an NFT, and what it is that by me getting the message out, it will let people know like just how much is happening. So it will shine a light on what's happening, and so it will get people exposed to like doctors, whatever, to be accountable to their action, because Black women are dying. Black women and Black babies are dying at its highest rate, and I just wanted to expose it. So that's really what it's about. Is like getting the message out to people, so that they can know, and then they can start being accountable. Because if I don't tell you that you're killing me, then how would you know? You know, so
Right.
do it in a way where it's still like I created a piece. I created an art piece, and it's
Okay,
called
I was about to ask you, how's the NFT related? Okay,
yeah.
so it's an art piece that basically reflects
Mm.
what's going on with Black women
It's
and pregnant
called
Black women.
I'm Not Ready to Die.
Oh, okay.
So I created a art piece that talks about that. It just has different pictures and words that talks about it.
Okay, so your vision, and this is, we're at 8:29, so I'm not gonna even go, I'm not gonna keep going like do a whole,
No,
you know,
I understand.
over and over, but I will say, so basically your vision statement is to educate.
Yeah, educate people, yes.
Yeah, to educate, I guess, individuals, or to educate, I don't want to say myself,
It's to educate the medical field, the
okay,
doctors, the nurses, you know, like just be careful how you, you know, to be careful how we handle, because the
okay,
rates are so high. Yeah, okay.
okay,
I'll figure it out.
all right, this is good. So
Mhm.
That's perfect, to educate medical individuals, medical staff about the effects of, I guess, the numbers and the effects of maternal health among the Black population.
Most of the time is that it's because they're not listening to, they don't listen to Black people when they're saying certain things that happen to them, they don't listen. So by the time they listen, you know, a lot of them are dying because they didn't listen. When, you know, like, because certain things they feel like Black people can take a lot of pain, and it's not, our fear is not serious. So when we complain about stuff, they say, oh, you know, that's normal, but it's not normal. So
Okay.
I just want to change for them. Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you. I'm going to take one other person. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take one other person to share their vision statement. And then we are going to close. Whoever wants to do it, or if anybody wants to do it. And if not, you also can just send me your vision statement. I will give you my my email address, and we can look at it together. I also am going to I'm going to work with one person to get them to the next step, or at least to guide them into going into the next step. But there's somebody, I don't know, Kenyofu.
It's me, yes.
Yeah, hello, Kenyofu.
I actually don't have a vision statement, so I was putting some words on paper.
Okay.
And so far, I have a world where BIPOC children and those most vulnerable to society are seen and heard. That's my vision.
Okay, that's your vision. All right. Seen and heard because what?
Seen
or
and
how?
heard. Seen emotionally seen and heard, valued, seen, heard, and valued.
Okay. Okay. Well, I like that. I really like that. And then I'd be curious to know, I mean, we didn't get into the mission statement, but I'd be curious to know what your mission statement would be, because that's going to be more detailed based on what your vision statement is. But the fact that you put the emotional part, because seen and heard is one, but emotionally seen and heard is something totally different, which is something that a lot of us don't, and when I say us, I mean people of color. It's like, you'll be all right, you know, toughen up, or whatever it is, as opposed to really focusing on the feelings that go behind, which causes a lot of people to go and to get some therapy, because the emotional side has not been addressed and has not been treated well, or really taken into account when working with or interacting with children. So you're absolutely right.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. And I'm glad you started it. Yes, the emotional side is crucial. So with that, we are at 8:33 Facebook. I don't know if there are any questions, or if there's anything that you want to share. Zoom, I don't know if there are any questions, if there's anything you want to share, but we've talked about business, and I hope that this at least has started getting some wheels turning, whether it's the start of your business, whether it's the vision statement, whether it's just something in your business that's going to move you to the next step. Because that's what I want you to do. Just kind of go into, just keep moving forward. Just kind of put one foot in front of the other. And once you do that, you get closer to the goal that you want to get to. Thank you, Amina. Appreciate that. So with that said, Kenyofu, let me know. And if not, I will move on. Okay, perfect. So I saw the resources. Okay, so these are some resources. I go on IG, but I'm not a big IG person. But I did look at the Successful Hustlers Club, and I liked it just because actually it was on it was a friend of mine's page, and it was something that was said. I can't remember what it was. It was like something about excuses, and it was a curse word, but like after excuses and just do it. And it was like, yeah, you're right. Let's just do it. You're welcome, Mama Teresa. And looking at definitely mindset. I don't care what year in business you are in, you definitely need to always just work on your mindset. I mean, as long as you have knowledge, you can definitely, do your business. But it's the mindset that keeps you in business and it keeps you moving forward. Because again, there are some times in your business that you're going to be like, why am I doing this? And it's going to be hard and you're not going to want to do it. So just failing forward, John C. Maxwell, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Stephen Covey, The Big Leap by Gay Hendrick, and then business books that allow you to look at different areas of your business to work on them. And this is a few of thousands of books that you can use. Managing by the numbers. Numbers are super important when it comes to numbers. Numbers don't lie. And again, that's why you want to separate your accounts so you can look at the numbers and really look at the numbers. Duct tape marketing is super helpful as well because you got to market your company. And then some of the programs, I actually did all 3 of these programs. I did the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses program, which is really, really good. Definitely for those who are in business, who are making revenue, and it's educational. All of these programs are actually pretty educational. Joy Economics is a coaching program. It's actually owned and started by a Black woman who went to Hampton. Hey. I went to Hampton. And it's a 6-month program. And I felt like it was super effective for me and really just good. They want you to win, which I'm big on. You want somebody who wants you to win. The Harlem Entrepreneurial Fund for those who are in New York. I'm assuming they might do something virtually and so it can be global. I just know it as hey, Amanda. Global. I'm assuming they do something virtual, so I'm sure that's something that you can look into. And then, just like I said earlier, WIBO, workshops in business opportunities. So I think it's WIBO.work. And just look it up, just Google it.
I did that. That was a good program.
Wasn't it a good program? Exactly. So yeah, it was definitely got you.
I want to share something. Hello Alice has a lot of grants where y'all can apply for business people who have businesses. It's not for nonprofit, but Hello Alice grants, and they have a grant that's due tomorrow. So I don't know if y'all are interested, but there's a grant. If you can or you have your work, you can apply for this, a $50,000 grant that's due tomorrow.
Okay, that's perfect.
See, because Hello Alice has a lot of grants all the time. And another $10,000 one that's due September 26th. So just look on Hello Alice, and people that like they got one for you too, Kyira, but you do food. So there's one for food. So they have like about 4 or 5 different grants. So we'll look at them. I don't know when the food one is done because we don't deal with food, but they got one Hello Alice grants, and just look and apply for them. Try to do, if you can't do it today, do it today.
No, I will certainly look at it. I feel like the name, I know it vaguely, but I don't know it well. So I'm glad that you're bringing it up. I will say, Ashley, to everyone on here, if there's someone who knows about grants, it is definitely Teresa Scott. She's always sending stuff, make sure you put in for here and for this grant, for that grant. I'm like, she's definitely a great resource. There's a lot of people who are resourceful just on this, in this community, definitely. And Google is always your friend. But there are certainly a bunch of people in this community who are great resources for really any and everything. and when we talk about business. I will just say this, Teresa, I didn't realize that, I knew you talked about NFT, but I'm glad that you spoke about it, because then I feel like I fully understand what it is that you're trying to convey. Like you said, a couple of pieces about the maternal health, but when you said the NFT and, it's a piece of artwork and what it shows, it just brought a lot more clarity. So thank you for sharing.
And I'm so glad that you said it, because sometimes I don't think that I'm getting a message, but I was, this conversation is just great for me, because it just pushed me to do what I have to do with my NFT, because it's a beautiful NFT. It's really, really nice. And so I need to get to the world and let people see it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Teresa. So with that, I am complete. As we say in the Woo community, I am complete. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing just your information. I do have a special offer. It is 1 20-minute consultation delving into the next step into your business. And it's really for the person who, the first person who sends me an email. My email address, and you'll see it on this next slide, but my email address is Kyira, Kyira, or maybe you won't see it, oops. So it's Kyira, Kyira, at keystoabundantlife.com. So again, it's Kyira, Kyira, at keystoabundantlife.com. It is definitely for those who are in business. So if you're in business and you want just some information, some guidance, some next steps, definitely send me, thank you, Pino, for definitely send me that email, and I will reach back out to you. My phone number is 646-319-6979. Facebook, you can definitely like and follow us at Keys to Abundant Life. Instagram at KT Abundant Life. Definitely like and follow, please. And those are the website, www.keystoabundantlife.com, and email, it goes to my office administrator, which means that it comes to me. But again, you have my direct email as well. And that is a special offer again. So there's the love offering and a donation. If you felt like this was helpful, I definitely, I love coming here just to share the information, but I'm hoping that it has gifted somebody and blessed someone with some information to help them to move forward in their business. And if you feel like it has, definitely gift and bless the Woo family through Zelle and QuickPay at soulleadershipdevelopment@gmail.com, or Cash App at $ Spirit of a Woman. And then the information, Cash Me Spirit of a Woman, and code 645KH, which is my initial. The love offering and or donation will go to the admin. I love giving, and I'm just a spirit of giving. When you give, you get. So if you feel like you're getting information and getting some really helpful information, please show Woo and show Spirit of a Woman your gratitude by showering them with the donation. And a love offering and donation, you can do it the one time like I just talked about, or you can do a monthly automated love offering. You can do $25 per month, and you can do bit.ly Woo Love 25, $50 a month, bit.ly Woo Love 50, $75 a month, bit.ly Woo Love 75, $100 a month, bit.ly Woo Love 100, and you can go even higher than that. So we don't want to limit you, but you can definitely do a monthly offering. There's always several resources that are being provided, and the community being blessed by all the facilitators who come. So I definitely would encourage you to do it if you feel it in your heart to do so.
And I'm gonna jump in and add that it's the information that we've been getting in the last 2.5 years is so valuable that you wouldn't be able to get it anyplace else at the rate that you get it here. And I say that quote, right? Because we don't charge. So you're able to join when you can join and you get the information. You walk out with more than what you came in with. So let's really do consider what you can give on the regular, and it goes a long way.
I agree. Thank you for jumping in on that one. And then for sure, jump in on Sunday. Definitely be here for Sunday, August 7th. Mommy and Daughter Teams, Part 3, facilitated by Martine Lisa Malavis and Asha Michelle Malavis, that's Martine's daughter. So it's a daughter, Mommy and Daughter, Part 3. So definitely come see what they have to say, especially for those who are mom and daughters. Come with your child and have a conversation. I'm sure there's going to be a whole lot of things that you can relate to. So be sure to be there and join in.
Thank you, Kyira.
You're welcome.
So I'm not sure if there's new members in the space right now, but there's likely that there were new members here before, and there might be new members out there in Facebook. Wherever you are, let us know that you're new. Even if you were here before, come back. Like come into Facebook. You were in Zoom and then you left. You get this message. Just let us know. You can go into Facebook and say, yeah, this was my first time. I was in Zoom. I couldn't stay. Whatever. However you do it, send a pigeon. I don't care. We want to know that you're new so that we can support you with love and welcomes.
Okay.
And keep coming back. So we're here 5 days a week, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 8:30-ish, and Monday and Wednesday from 7 to 7:30-ish. And we can do the ish because it's our ish to do what we want to do. So we're here on Zoom and we're streaming live on Facebook each time. If you would like an alert on your phone via text message to say, wake up and get up in here, then if you haven't done this already, then you could do this right now. Open up your text, type in 74121 in the to section. That's where the telephone number would go. And then type Woo Nation in the comment section and press send. And then you'll be on our automated text alert system and get the message about 6:30. We have swag, and Kyira demonstrated her swag by raising her cup to take a sip. And you can do the same. You can get your own cup, you can get your thermos, you can have a laptop sleeve, you can have a bag or journal to take notes in, lots of things. You can choose a mask, a sweatshirt, or a t-shirt, and there's colors and sizes, and just go to bit.ly bit.ly/Woo Swag in order to see all of what we have and what we have for you. bit.ly/Woo Swag. And we want you to stay in touch. You do this in many different ways. Be a part of our mailing list. When you become a part of our mailing list, you receive a weekly lineup of who's presenting, what they're presenting about, and maybe any other special events that facilitators or Wake Up Everybody create for your learning or enjoyment. So bit.ly/Wake Up Movement. You want to do that every week because every week we have a different lineup. If you do not do it one week, you won't get it the next week, and you might be lost. You don't want to be lost. We have 2 Facebook pages. One is private, one is public. bit.ly/Woo Community is where you would go to get on the group, the private group. That's where we're streaming live right now. So if you want to be notified when the Zooms are streamed, or if you want to watch the replay, or if you want to just communicate with your neighbors, go to bit.ly/Woo Community. And we have a public page. It's a fan page. You go to bit.ly/Woo Nation. Woo Nation is uppercase. Go there, press like, press share. And we have an Instagram page at Wake Up Everybody Virtual. Get in there. We have YouTube, bit.ly/Woo on YouTube, where you can see some of the past shows. And we have an email at info.wakeupseries@gmail.com. If you have any comments or questions or concerns, you can drop us an email. You also want to drop us an email if you are interested in any slight way or curious about volunteering. Volunteering has you be behind the scenes, and being behind the scenes is more than just doing some work for somebody. It's you learning something. Is you being a part of a community, is you learning how to work as a team and how to build a movement. So I keep saying that it's more than what you see. You do see the slides, somebody created that. You do see the facilitators come in and in their excellent ways. Somebody has supported them. You do see the text in the Facebook pages and that's dropped in the chat. Somebody does that. And we actually need somebody, some support in those things. We have a really strong team. The team has been working really hard and we could use your support. You don't have to be, this is not a 9 to 5. This is a whatever you decide based on the role that's, the task that's required of your role. So please, info.wakeupseries@gmail.com. See what you can do. I'm stopping the slide. I'm asking everybody to unmute. At this moment, we can give Kyira our love shower, appreciation for all this wonderful information that we've gotten about our businesses. Thank you for sticking around to do this.
Yep, thank you for sticking around.
Thank
Hey,
you.
thank you, Cindy. I appreciate you.
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
Kyira.
Great job, Kyira.
Appreciate
All right, how y'all
Thank
doing?
you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you. Thank you, sis.
Great
I am so
opportunity. Great.
excited to have been a part of this conversation. I will definitely be reaching out to you. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for your contribution.
Really
Thank you
nice.
for your wisdom, your
Thank you to
insight.
your
You're an
admin. Thank
amazing
you,
being.
everyone.
Have a
Great
beautiful
job.
day.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, family. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you, y'all.
Have a good morning, everyone. A good day.
Yes.
Exactly. Have a fantastic
Oh, Minna, call me. I put an inbox. Call me, Minna. I inbox you to call me. Okay, love y'all. Have a great day. Mwah.
Bye. Have a great day.
Love you.
Love you too.